Have you ever bought something, maybe a gadget or a piece of furniture, and tried to put it together without the instruction? You spent 3 hours on it, you've got leftover space. It looks kind of like the picture on the box, but every time you sit on it, it won't. You are using it, sure, but you are using it incorrectly. You are experimenting with it. I think a lot of us are doing that with our life. We wake up, we go to work, we pay bills, we scroll, we sleep, but there's this nagging feeling in the back of your mind that says, this can't be all there is. Without a clear sense of purpose, life isn't a journey, it's an experiment. And the problem with living your life as an experiment is that it eventually leads to a very specific kind of exhaustion, disillusionment, emptiness. Today, I want to talk about how to move beyond just existing and start actually living. Because a sense of purpose is the only thing that gives life real meaning. Welcome to Engaging Conversations with Magic. Most people are just surviving, they are existing. But there's a massive gap between existing and living a fulfilling, productive life. The bridge across that gap is purpose. Purpose is the difference between a ship drifting at sea and a ship with a rudder and a destination. When you have a sense of purpose, everything changes. Your time becomes valuable, your decisions become easier, your no becomes more powerful because your yes is so focused. So how do you find it? People treat purpose like a hidden treasure map, but I think it's closer to home than that. Usually, your purpose is hidden in plain sight. It's often found in the gift you were meant to contribute or the problem you were born to solve. I want to ask you some questions. I want you to really sit with this. What are your talents? Not just what you get paid for, but what comes naturally to you. What has been your lifelong dream? Not the one your parents had for you, or the one society told you was safe, but the one that's lived in your heart since childhood. What is that one idea that refuses to go away? You try to bury it, you tell yourself it's unrealistic, but every few months it pops back up. It keeps recurring, it won't leave you alone. And here's the big one. What injustices make you so angry that you feel like you must do something about them? Sometimes your purpose isn't found in what you love, but in what you hate. If something breaks your heart or makes your blood boil, that might be the very area where you were meant to bring a solution. Now, those questions are a great starting point. They help us see the clues. But if you bought a high-end camera and you couldn't figure how to work the lens, what would you do? You wouldn't ask the camera, of course. The camera doesn't know why it was made. You wouldn't just keep guessing and experimenting until you broke it. You would ask the manufacturer. Think about it. The manufacturer is the only one who knows the intent behind the product. They know exactly what it was designed to do, and more importantly, what it was designed not to do. We are no different. If you want to know why you are here, you have to go to the manufacturer. God alone knows the purpose for your life. Apart from Him, we are essentially walking around in the dark trying to use a toaster to play music. Apart from the Creator, we are essentially ignorant of why we are here. We can guess, we can try to stay busy, but until we go back to the source to receive the revelation of our purpose, we are just guessing. God is the manufacturer. He designed you with a specific output in mind. If you want to know what that is, you have to stop looking at the world and start looking at Him. Here's how you will know when you found it. When you pursue your true purpose, there's an internal motivation. You find yourself exercising your inherent gifts, and even when it's hard work, it feels right. It's like a fish swimming with the current. You aren't forcing yourself to be interested, you just are. But contrast that with doing something you weren't born to do. Maybe you're in a job or a relationship or a project where you have to put in an exhausting amount of effort just to perform. You are grinding your gears, you are burned out, not because you are working too hard, but because you are working on the wrong thing. Purpose isn't just about working hard, it's about working on the right thing. When you align with what God created you for, your work becomes the most natural thing in the world. I want to challenge you today. Stop the experiment. If you feel empty today, don't beat yourself up. That emptiness is actually a gift. It's telling you that the experiment isn't working and it's time to go back to the manufacturer. Your purpose isn't something you create, it's something you discover through a relationship with your Creator. Spend some time this week in quiet. Not with a podcast, not even this one, but in conversation with God. Ask Him, why did you make me? What did you see in the world that was missing that made you decide I needed to exist right now? You aren't an accident. You aren't a mistake. You are a specifically designed solution to a problem that exists in this world. Stop experimenting with your life. Go to the one who wrote the manual. Thanks for listening today. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and let's keep growing together.